Mrs. Singing Baker here. I'm going to show you today how to make a fun vertical layer cake. It's going to be a chocolate mocha vertical layer cake. So what I've done is I've taken some eggs and I've separated them into egg white and egg yolk. I put my egg whites in my mixer here with the whisk attachment, and I have added sugar to that. So then I've also whipped them up until it gets nice and light and fluffy. And then what you're left with is a nice whipped egg white here, so it's nice and light and fluffy. And we also have our egg yolks, and what we're going to do is mix in granulated sugar into our egg yolks, just continuously mixing so it's all incorporated. And then we're also going to add in some vanilla. So mix that until it's completely mixed in. There's no lumps or anything like that. It basically looks similar to this. Now we're going to put this aside, and then we'll go and make our flour mixture. So we have flour here, all-purpose flour. We have cocoa powder, and we have baking powder and salt. And what I'm making today, when you make a vertical layer cake, usually it's made with a sponge cake, so I'm going to be making like a chocolate sponge. So I'm making my flour mixture. I'm going to mix cocoa powder in with the flour. You're going to just whisk it all together. And then the baking powder, just add that in. Mix it all together. Just tap it, make sure you got all of it. The baking powder will let it rise for you and be nice and fluffy. And then the salt. So completely mix this together. And then we're going to mix this into our egg yolk mixture. So I like to do it a little bit at a time just to make sure it's fully incorporated. This is kind of a fun thing because when you go to slice it, it's a nice little surprise inside. So you have the vertical layers rather than your normal horizontal. Once it's fully mixed, you're going to slowly start folding in your egg whites that we have there in the bowl. You're going to be very careful when you're folding in your egg whites. You want to make sure you keep going from underneath to keep lifting it up, and then that will help them stay nice and fluffy when they bake in the pan. So this is completely mixed. So I'm going to take my egg whites here, and just a little bit at a time, we're going to add them in. Now what we'll do is keep going from underneath and turning it over like that. Once each section is like completely incorporated, then you just keep adding a little bit more egg whites a little at a time. And before I started here, I actually prepped 2 jelly roll pans. They are roughly 12 by 16, and I just greased them and then just measured some parchment paper on top. So when we're done, we're going to put that cake batter on top of it, and then we're going to bake it for about 10 to 12 minutes, or until a toothpick in the center comes out clean, and baking it at about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So now we're going to take our jelly roll pans, and I have 2 of them here. I'm going to separate them into both pans. So you want about half, roughly half in each one. a sponge cake is about the fluffiest, one of the fluffiest cakes you can get. Okay. Once you have them in the pan, just spread them all out. Spread your batter completely out here. So we have baked our sponge cakes and they're out of the oven right now. We're gonna let them cool on top of a wire rack for about 25 minutes. And then it's ready to basically fill, so roll and fill. So now the chocolate sponge cakes are out of the oven and they're cooled. Now we can start to put all the vertical layer cake together. So what I did when they first came out is I let them start to cool while they were still a little bit warm, but it was fine to touch. I went ahead and sprinkled them with cocoa powder, and then I rolled them together on a big roll with parchment paper, and I did that with each of the trays. And now I've gone and basically with a ruler, I want all of my pieces to be the same dimensions so that when we put the cake together, it's pretty much all the same size, all of your pieces. So I just took, some recipes will call for cutting it in thirds. I actually like a little bit taller of a cake, so I'm gonna cut mine in half. So I just took the dimensions and then I sliced it straight down the middle with a pizza cutter. So then I'm going to actually put some of my simple syrup. I actually pour this on pretty much all of my cakes. It keeps them nice and moist. And especially with the chocolate sponge, it actually just soaks it straight up. So this is a simple syrup. It's made with sugar and water, and simple syrup is used very commonly with bakers and pastry chefs. It just adds that extra little bit of flavor and moisture. And you can actually change up your simple syrup based on what cake you're making. You can add liqueurs to them in different flavors. Okay, so just a little bit of that. And then sponge cake, you can pretty much put any buttercream, any filling that you might like. Some people put fruit filling. I'm doing buttercream today, two of my favorite ones. For this vertical layer cake, I made my salted caramel Italian meringue buttercream. That's this one. I'm going to fill it with that, and then at the end, to surround the cake, I'm going to put this chocolate mocha buttercream that I made right here. So I'm going to basically take my salted caramel buttercream and separate it amongst all of my layers here. Just one of my favorite buttercreams. You just basically take a Italian meringue buttercream recipe, and then you make some caramel and flavor it up with the caramel, and I throw rock salt in there too, just to give it a little bit of a salted caramel taste. And it's delish. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, so we're going to start the rolling process now. So you take the first one, just literally roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it as tight as possible. And if it breaks up on you, just keep the rolling going, it'll be fine. It's a very delicate cake. When you bite into like a sponge cake, it like almost tastes like a pillow. So you're gonna take one roll, start to put it into the second. And this is why we try to make them as even as possible. That way when you roll them, they obviously all match up. So now what you can do is take it, flip it this way. So we had it like that, and then we just flipped it on its side here. I'm gonna push it together. Okay, I'm gonna go put this in the fridge for just a few minutes to let it set, okay? Okay, so it has set in the fridge for a few minutes just to get a little bit firm and just set all together. I have also made some chocolate bark, so I'm gonna top the cake with this afterwards. So the next step would be to put the outer buttercream on. Made a chocolate mocha buttercream, just a basic Italian meringue buttercream, and then I added some melted chocolate to it and some coffee. So going to go ahead and frost it just like you would a normal cake. Okay. And you're going to want to pick a back to your cake. I would pick the side that has right where the seam went. That's where I would pick the back of it to be. And you're going to basically just do a quick coat around the side. I usually do a crumb coat, and then I let it sit in the fridge a few more minutes and then go back to it. And a lot of times I do try to get it really nice and smooth. It's a little bit harder with this kind of cake because of the seam, but not all cakes have to be smooth. You can have different designs on each cake. Okay, so that's a good crumb coat around the sides for sure. I'm just going to do a little bit more on the top.